गुरुजी के चरणों में सत नमन और आप सभी साधकों को आनंदी का प्यार भरे नमस्कार। इसका नाम साध्वी आनंदी माँ है। इसका फ़ोन नंबर है 8219172304। सुरेश बेटा का फ़ोन नंबर है 9729018002। आप सभी को आनंदी का A.N.D.S चैनल में स्वागत है, स्वागत है, स्वागत है। और यूनिवर्स को बहुत बहुत थैंक यू। आप सभी को भी थैंक यू कि हमको वीडियो बनाने की मौका दे रहे हैं, सेवा की मौका दे रहे हैं। तो हमारे पास USA से साधक आए हैं और उनको कैसे यहाँ का पता लगा और क्या उन्होंने करे यहाँ, उनका अनुभव वो उनकी मुख से सुनाएंगे। सो प्लीज़ टेल अस हाउ यू नो द प्लेस and what are you doing here and what food you eat here and what is the experience of this journey, the fruit journey. Please say.
Namaste, my name is Shyam. I was born in US and I've been living mostly in India for the last 5.5 years. So I was in military before and then I left, and they provide me with some money which allows me to just focus on sadhana these last years. So recently I've been staying in Bangalore where one of my teachers stays, and I was really feeling tired from being in the city so much, so I was looking for a break from the city. And in the past I've been fasting and dry fasting with no food and water since 2017, but I haven't done very much recently. So one of my friends, Nun, who was interviewed earlier, she was already up here. We had learned of this from a mutual friend who's a monk. And so she was already up here, and I thought, why don't I take a break right now from the city, come up to the nature, and also I can have some dry fasting, and also I can connect with this ashrama because I've known of it for several years, and I was interested to come and see, because it's not very common that I know of for an ashram to be doing just raw food and to support people who are fasting and dry fasting. So I've been interested. So I came up about 2 weeks ago, and my friend, the nun sister, and I, we were doing some days of dry fasting, and then we would have a little bit of fruit, which what they serve here, detox juice around noon, and then one meal a few hours later, and one meal around 6:30. Each usually is just one type of raw fruit. And actually, even I've done like a good amount of fasting in the past, but I haven't really done like this, where I was just eating one type of fruit for a meal when I was not fasting. And it was actually insightful for me. I thought I was just going to come here and do some fasting and it would be just like normal, but I would have time to fast. But actually I learned some new things, thanks in part to Mataji and her sharing and providing, this space and the energy. So I was quite surprised, because in the days where dry fasting, no food and water, I'm familiar with that experience. But then very often what happens when we finish a fast is we go back and we start binging on food because we haven't had food for some days, and so the mind says, okay, let me get this food. But since we only have the fruit here and it's at limited times, and it's natural foods, so I would eat some of the fruit and the mind would say, no, I want more food. But really, because the body was listening, it didn't want more, because fruit is sweet, especially when you haven't been eating very much or you're not eating salt or things like this, then the fruit is very sweet. So it tastes good, but we don't want so much sweetness. Whereas if I had access to salty or savory foods or snacks or things, then I would have eaten a lot more, I would have binged. But these days, actually in the days off, even today, I didn't eat anything until just now, and it was just a banana and some papaya. I didn't drink any water, and I feel very good and very fine. So I've learned different things that I wasn't expecting to learn, and I'm grateful that this is here, that it's run so kindly, and by donation or by whatever we choose to give is supported by us, and really appreciate that kind of energy in a situation like this.
Yes, but in meditation, how you feel? How your meditation gone in this food?
Right, yeah. So most of the time I'm practicing meditation, and also sister and I, we are doing some breath work. Um, and then also just walking in the nature barefoot
Connect
and
with nature.
connecting with the nature a lot. Not very much on the phone or give the phone away for days. So all of that, I'm feeling very much like all around. It was a very good 2 weeks. I was coming from Bengaluru, like I said, and even I'm very fortunate to be with my teacher there, and he is helping me with some things which I'm very grateful for. But that environment, and then also the food, the noise, the pollution, the phone, the electricity, all of this, very little natural earth to walk on, feeling very like just physically and psychologically agitated and not grounded, and pretty
You
quickly.
are walking with barefoot. also.
Yes, especially here. Even there I walk, but you're just walking on the street, so it's not so nice. But pretty quickly I became much more grounded, much more at peace, even when I have the phone, using it much less than I would normally. And like I said, even when I eat the food, much less than normally in the city or wherever. The mind is used to thinking, let me eat some food to stay busy, or just to do some distraction, or I'm bored, or watch some movies or something. Didn't do anything like that. Even the times I wasn't meditating here, the mind was much more peaceful and tranquil than it was just a couple weeks ago.
Thank you so much for coming here. We also feel very nice to meet you, and all are very well. Didi also, Suku Didi also very nicely give gave her interview,
Yes.
and she also very nice person, and you are also very nice person. Thank you,
Thank you.
thank you so much. God bless you, stay blessed. थैंक यू सबको बहुत बहुत आभार प्रणाम और अंकित बेटा को भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद थैंक यू वेरी मच